Sorry, I got interrupted there. So this was in Kachigawa train station, and actually Shinobu rang me. The train station is actually up there on the bridge. That's the train line up there. And she rang me once from there. We talk on Skype every week, and she showed me the view from there, and it was just so lovely to feel that I could sketch something that had meaning to me. I don't want to go to Rio or Bali or Chicago by virtual sketch. I just want to go to places that have meaning to me, and that's really important. And while Kachigawa might not be the most scenic location, it has, for me, a very strong connection, and that's what's important to me. So this is another one of those. This is a ramen restaurant. This looks delicious, and this is just a little house by the river. You can't see the river there, but there is a kind of I think the Jiso River, and they all are around the river. There's cherry trees, and obviously this Google map is from the winter, so it's a pretty bare. But in the spring, I know that Shinobu walks to work along that river and loves to see the cherry blossoms there. So that's important to me. Another little corner in Kachigawa in Japan, and like every little house has its beauty, I think, and blue roofs and lovely tiles, stones and gates, and little gardens hidden away. Yeah, that page is somewhere near home. That didn't really work. 21st of February. Can't remember what I was trying to achieve there, but back to Japan. Another house on the corner, and with loads of power lines. That's one thing in Japan, like it is power lines everywhere, and you would hate to be an electrician. It's completely crazy. All over the place, but it makes sense to them. And also one of the reasons why they don't have much underground power lines is because of earthquakes. So when there's an earthquake, it's much easier to see which lines have fallen onto the street rather than having to dig and find where the line is actually broken underground. So it makes perfect sense. These are little glass dolls, and these are the same little dolls and little glass jewelry that Shinobu has made for me over the years. She kind of makes these little glass beads, and absolutely gorgeous. And an umbrella, but yeah, again, a connection with Japan. This is an umbrella which also serves as a sunshade. It's got SPF factor. That Shinobu gave me a few years ago, and it's just so beautiful and delicate, and I just felt I wanted to sketch it. And still on the Japanese theme, I decided to sketch the bicycles under the railway bridge. And one thing in Japan is that you can leave your bicycle and not lock it, and you come home in the evening and your bicycle is still there. So kind of one of the wonderful things. This is elements from my entrance hall. That I think was the theme with Dublin Sketches, one of the days. A few bits and pieces. And oh, this was on the themes of bread and roses, and the suffragette movement, and the idea that women needed bread but also roses. I just, well, I didn't have either, but I had scones and daffodils. So that's what I did. This is from 1 week, 100 people, a project that goes every year around, I don't have the dates there, well, around daffodil time. Okay, this is 3rd of March, so this would have been early March. A Facebook group called 1 week, 100 people. You can find details on the internet. Basically, the idea is that you sketch 100 people from life, ideally. It wasn't possible this year. So I decided to go to the opera and found operas on YouTube, and also on the Metropolitan Opera New York on demand website. So you can subscribe for a month. You can get 7 days for free, and you can play and pause the operas as much as you want. This is Satyagraha, opera by Philip Glass, based on the life of Gandhi. Really interesting opera, beautiful music, loved it. And strong gestures, so that was you know, fun to draw. I tried to do them in negative space. This was from Carmen, also Metropolitan Opera, also very strong gesture. There was a ballet at the start, and more Carmen and more Satyagraha. And let's see, oh, and this one was my favorite to sketch for that project of 1 week, 100 people, Iphigénie en Tauride. I can't even remember whose opera it is, but Placido Domingo is in it, and really dramatic and very strong gestures and at every step. So it was wonderful to sketch that. And well, you know me, I never stick to just one thing. This is Brendan's man cave, as we call it, and he's into electronic music and synthesizers and modular music, all sorts of things. I have no idea, but very interesting to sketch all these cables and these units. So that's it for this one. This is a sketchbook from January to 10th of March 2021. Thank you.